Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Haven't done a update on Boeing in quite a while. They had some news come out today with Virgin Galactic. I just did a video about them, so you'll be able to find that in the library after this one's released. So, but here's what look what they've done over the last year, or haven't done. Well, actually, this is the 5-year, so I wanted to show it. This was a $400+ stock at the time, and hit the pandemic, coming down to $340, and here's right in the midst of the pandemic, just the drop off there at the bottom, $95. So I remember when this one was $95, I was tempted to buy some. I kind of wish I would now. Could have made some money on it, but it still hasn't really recovered at all. Here's a look at the last year, down over 38%, so not as bad as some other stocks, but it's been down, as you can see, since the pandemic. Down about 21% in the last 3 months. It's actually green in the last month. Had another nice dip here, so that wouldn't have been too bad of a buy either. Could be one to even trade if you wanted to trade this one. So again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, just stating my opinion, but it's actually green in the last week and green here today, so maybe this one finally did hit a bottom and will come back up. But Boeing, they make planes. I'm sure if you've done much flying, you've probably flown on a Boeing aircraft, but they're in aerospace, just all kinds of stuff, defense, space, security, got government contracts, so just you name it, just endless different things that they make besides planes. So a lot of people think they're just planes, but they build a lot of stuff for the military, probably a lot of stuff you don't even know about. So founded in 1916, $82 billion market cap, high today of $140.74, low of $137.37, 52-week high of $241.15, and a low of $113.02. So just cut in half and then some. Average volume of 9.2 million, and volume here today at 2.34. So still great ratings on this one, 83% buy. So it's tempting, but I still haven't bought any of this one yet. So. And next earnings on pre-market in July 27th. So you can see where I bought some here. Looks like about 2 shares at $174.50 and just barely made a profit on them. Was looking to get rid of them. So as you can see, in regards to the price now, I'm glad I did get rid of them. But might not have been the best time to sell them, but I made a little bit of profit. At least I still don't have them, and I have some more of this one in another brokerage. I'm not sure what the cost basis is, but it's probably not that great. So moving on to here, Microsoft Bing currently showing it as a buy with a price target of $216.50. Boeing threatens to cancel a Boeing 737 MAX 10 aircraft unless given exemption from safety requirements. The 737 has been just a roller coaster of emotions, building them and threatening to take them back, and so they suggested could pull the latest model of its 737 MAX, currently in the process of getting its certification, unless it made exemption from certain safety regulations which come in force in 2023. And there you can see it just looks huge compared to that view, but they are huge planes. So more than 600 of the 737 MAX 10, the highest capacity version of aircraft type, have been ordered by airlines worldwide. So they still have orders going through, so just need to get the stock to go back up. 2020, Congress passed the Aircraft Safety and Certification Reform Act, stipulating that the new planes must comply with the latest crew alert regulations mandated by the FAA, and to be certified from 2023 going forward. So If the MAX 10 misses the 2022 cutoff for certification, its flight deck would have to be fitted for a new safety technology, raising costs and requiring further training for pilots. The latter requirement would be particularly detrimental, as one of the jet's biggest draws is that it can be flown by pilots familiar with the 737 without extra training. So, kind of interesting. The entire project could be pulled if the aircraft isn't made exempt from the new rules or given an extension until they come into force. And I think our case is persuasive enough to be granted an extension. That is the risk I'm willing to take. If I lose the flight, I lose the flight. So, which is a kind of a big chunk. So I'm sure if they lose that, the stock will probably go down again. So 737 series has been under higher scrutiny after 2 fatal crashes involving the 737 MAX jets occurred in 2018 and 19 respectively, killing everyone on board. So kind of remember that. So unfortunately, Virgin Galactic shares rise 13% on deal with Boeing. I just did a video on this, but hopefully we'll see what this does to the Boeing price as well. So, but they are, the shares rose yesterday on space, a day after the company said it would partner with Boeing subsidiary Aurora Flight Sciences to design and manufacture Virgin's next-generation motherships. Virgin said the mothership is the aircraft in its spaceflight system that carries a spaceship to its release altitude of about 50,000 feet. So that's quite a ways up there. So Galactic shares were up 13.8% at $7.34 a share. Stock is down more than 45% so far this year. So if you're interested, it might provide a buying opportunity for you. So, Boeing boss warns over risk to a 737 MAX 10 future, and as you can see, this is just dated here today. So, some more information about that. The plane maker may be forced to axe its 737 MAX 10 jet over potential regulatory issues. So, kind of sad. Just the little things, which are huge when you're talking aviation, could scrap the project. So the MAX 10 is the latest and largest plane in the 737 family, which has been scrutinized after 2 fatal crashes. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. So I do not expect to cancel the program, and if I don't want anybody to think that, it's just a risk, he added. So any plane is a risk, so any cars could be a risk too. For they do say flying is safer than driving, but that's probably because half of the people driving, or more than that, are texting and so on, not paying attention, talking, or spacing off, or whatever they're doing. So, but Boeing has more than 600 MAX 10 jets on order from 18 customers, including British Airways owner IAG and United Airlines. So they're always going to have deals. As far as I hear, they're still on backlog on a lot of their orders, still behind on orders and getting the planes out. The U.S. requirements were introduced after other models in the 737 MAX line were involved. Fatal crashes in Indonesia and Ethiopia, in which 346 people were killed. Seems like Boeing thinks pilots are stupid. I'm sure someday, though, we'll probably not have pilots, so they basically fly themselves the way it is anyway. So an autopilot. Disappointed after China's top 3 airlines buy 300 Airbus planes. So there's their competition, Airbus. I believe Airbus still trades over the counter. Crash from inside the cockpit, so not much other information there. Over here on MSN Money, currently at $140.21. They're showing it as a buy with an upside of 216.27. So if you can get in at some of these prices or even lower than that, you might be able to make some money on these. Like I said, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, but the 119 or 120 range, if we hit that again, I might pick up some more shares on this one just to lower my cost basis. But that is all that I have on Boeing. If you have Boeing, go ahead and list that in the comments along with your cost basis, or if you have Lockheed Martin or any of the other space and security stocks out there, you can list that in the comments as well. And if you have Virgin Galactic, that'd be interesting to know as well. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.